shouldn't really be impacting Marion County besides a few showers and maybe a brief period of heavy rainfall along that Mississippi-Alabama borderline. But other than that, those severe storms still stay north and west of us and to our west as they continue to move north and east. And we're looking mainly dry across the area right now on your First Alert AccuTrack satellite and radar. There's some heavy rainfall up and on along 278 near Fulton Bridge and Pikeville, and just south of the Hamilton area, some heavier rainfall. But other than that, notice that severe thunderstorm warning is over into Mississippi as that storm continues to track north and east just around Marion County. So right now we're very warm. We're breezy. It's a very windy day, as we told you guys yesterday, but temperatures are very warm. We're in the 80s area wide, even seeing some mid to upper 80s. But the winds will be a problem throughout the rest of your Wednesday and into your Thursday. The wind advisory stays into effect until 1 a.m. Thursday with those gusts up to about 40 miles per hour. So keep those outdoor objects secure. We'll talk more about returning rain and storm chances for that First Alert weather day Sunday. Coming up, weather every 6. Such a windy day today. I hope you secured those outdoor objects, but hey, the nice breeze feels great, especially when that sun starts to peek between those clouds and it really heats up out there. But notice our current wind gusts. They're gusting up close and really right under 40 miles per hour for some spots. 38-mile-per-hour wind gusts there in Pickens County. Those strongest winds are areas west of I-65, with winds still peaking up above 20 for areas to the east. Sustained winds are out of the south. That's all that warm, moist air across the area, but sustained winds are still at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So windy conditions will remain as we continue throughout your Wednesday evening. But what else are we tracking? Well, number one, we have near record breaking highs as we continue through this week and at least until your Saturday afternoon. Still tracking a few showers on and off this week. We'll be breaking down those rain chances a little bit more, but nothing like what we're going to see Sunday. We have declared Sunday a First Alert weather day. Severe storms back in the forecast as that front eventually moves through our area, bringing us some colder air as well. How much colder will we get and what's the timing of those rain and storms? I'll have the latest on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Where the wind's picking up and you want to make sure your trash can is nice and secure, or else it'll be in your neighbor's yard. So keep that in mind. That wind advisory in effect until early Thursday morning. But we are watching storms very closely because they're not too far from our neck of the woods. The good news is because we're in between that ridge of high pressure and that severe threat further north and west of us, those storms are having a hard time reaching central Alabama, which is working in our favor for today. But notice there were some severe thunderstorm warnings very close to Marion County, but didn't quite reach it. Now, if I look further north and west, you can see where those storms have moved and where they're expected to go over the next 2 hours. Still trending north and west of our area, maybe a few showers for far northwest central Alabama. That's why we kept that 20% for today. Other than that, though, still mainly dry. Big story for our area will be those winds. Let's talk about that super 7-day forecast. We are tracking some colder weather on the way very soon. We'll talk more about that in just a bit, but I want to pull up that super 7-day heading into Sunday. We're going to wait for that super 7-day to pop up right here in just a couple of seconds. And when it does, you'll see that we have highlighted Sunday as a First Alert weather day for that threat of possible severe storms. Here we go. Here's our super 7-day forecast. Notice this highlighted red. That's the next big thing that we're tracking. But as we walk through the next couple of hours and really next 24 to 36 hours, I mentioned there's still a chance for a few showers. We're going to stay mainly cloudy today, and then we bring in those clouds again early Thursday morning. I don't think Thursday will be as windy, but a few showers cannot be ruled out. I highly suggest having the umbrella and rain jacket just in case, but that severe threat will still stay far north and west of us even until we reach your Friday. So we're not really concerned about severe storms until Sunday when we have declared that First Alert weather day. So Friday, big story, it's going to be hot. Another very warm afternoon. Thursday's going to be hot too, still trending in the mid to upper 80s across central Alabama. Take a look at those afternoon highs Friday. Partly cloudy skies, still a stray shower possible, so we'll indicate that, but very warm. You want to make sure you're staying hydrated. If you're going to be outdoors doing any strenuous activities, getting some yard work done, keep in mind it will be very warm. Now Saturday looks great. Highs in the upper 80s again, but let's talk about Sunday because Sunday is the next big thing and we could still see isolated tornadoes, damaging winds, some hail, and I'm really starting to see that line moving in. I'd say right after midnight, really heading into your early Sunday morning. Midnight Sunday until about 1 to 2 p.m. Sunday afternoon. A line of rain and storms will be impacting our our area as it moves south and east, and that's what we're watching. So make sure you're checking in for forecast updates. We'll be fine-tuning that severe threat a little bit more coming up, but keep in mind, after that system moves through, I keep saying that, but it's because we're in between that high pressure system to our east and that severe threat to our north and west. So we're right in the middle where those severe storms are really just going right around us. But we have declared Sunday a first low weather day. That's April the 6th as our next big thing, when we will see that chance for severe storms across our area. Time period 2 a.m. to about 12 p.m. But let's take a look real quick at that line of storms that will be impacting your weekend, the second half of your weekend. I do think the second half of your Sunday, you can expect improvements, but isolated tornadoes, damaging winds, hail cannot be ruled out as that front moves through. And behind that front, we're going to get some really cold air impacting our week next week. But what about right now, though? Well, if you take a look, notice where all the storms are at. They're still farther north and west of us. There's a few showers moving across northwest central Alabama. But again, those severe storms, even over the next 2 hours, still remain farther north and west, impacting northwest Alabama, but not northwest central Alabama as much. Here's a quick look at temperatures across the area. It's very warm out there, still trending in the 80s. Did we reach any record highs today? Let's find out. I'll have more on that coming up right here. Weather every 6.
The Tuscaloosa City Council has
most of central Alabama, but it's windy all over. So keep those outdoor objects nice and secure. The wind does feel good because it's super warm out there, but keep in mind that wind gusts can still peak close to 40, if not slightly above 40 miles per hour with sustained winds closer to about 15. Okay, here we are looking at wind gusts right now, or really these are future wind gusts. Keep in mind it's going to continue to be windy as we approach the evening hours. So that means those outdoor objects do need to stay nice and secure. Now, one of the things that we have been tracking today are those record highs. Now, what did we reach and did we tie with any of these? Well, let me break it down for you. 86 was a record high back in 2012, and we actually tied it for today. We're still waiting for those final temperature data to still come in. Tuscaloosa 88 with a tie with that maximum temperature there back in 2006. And we're 1 degree off for tying the record in Anniston at 87 back in 1978. So has it been a warm day? It has indeed. More warm weather on the way and more near record breaking highs are expected as we approach your weekend. Tomorrow still trending upper 80s, maybe a low 90 out there. We'll be breaking down the rest of your week right here, weather every 6 minutes.
Helping you stay alert with
So might as well go treat yourself to some ice cream for this evening. Here's that evening hourly forecast for Birmingham. Low 80s just around 7 o'clock and staying in the low 80s through 8 p.m., dropping into the upper 70s by 9 p.m. Still very windy with those winds out of the south. If you're in Tuscaloosa, West Alabama, we're still going to see those sustained winds closer to 20 miles per hour. And then temperatures will stay warm, upper 70s through 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit of cloud coverage throughout this evening. But the big story will be those winds. Same deal if you're in Shelby County, low 80s around 6 to 7 p.m., upper 70s around 8 o'clock. And last but not least, in East Alabama, if you're in Calhoun County, upper 70s around 7 p.m. and 8 o'clock there around 77 degrees. Yes, a few clouds, but the winds will still be kicking out of the south. We'll be talking about that returning rain and storm chance for your weekend coming up right here, weather every 6 minutes.
genetic testing company 23andMe recently filed tracking that for us. That's happening Sunday, but right now, if you walk outside, you're really going to be feeling the wind.
Oh yeah, listen, that wind advisory is in effect, Morgan, until 1 a.m. Thursday. Winds gusting up still close to 40 miles per hour for some areas. 36 mile per hour wind gust there in Tuscaloosa. Let's take it full screen though, because hey, listen, not only are we dealing with the wind, some areas have been dealing with areas north and west, because there have been a few heavier pockets of rainfall moving through that area. But the one good thing to note is that those severe storms have stayed further north and west of us. So they've really just trended right around Marion County and are continuing to do so. Notice how we're seeing more of those lightning strikes just north of Marion County over toward the Red Bay area, which is good because you guys get to enjoy drier and quieter weather for the middle of this week and really getting out and enjoying some of that warmth as well. As you zoom in here, there may be a few lingering showers around Marion County, south of Haleyville, over towards Hamilton and south of that area as well. So just keep in mind a few showers will still be possible, mainly north and west central Alabama for this evening. But as we look at that 7-day forecast, we're not tracking a whole lot of rain over the next couple of days because of that high pressure in place, number one. But number two is because that severe threat, that front, still remains further north and west of us. Those storms are just going around our far northwest central Alabama counties. As we approach the next 24 hours, still staying pretty cloudy and pretty breezy, even for much of your Thursday. That wind advisory will expire though around 1 a.m. Thursday. with those strongest winds finally settling down. Tomorrow afternoon, you can still expect a few showers, holding about a 20% chance. Otherwise, it's just going to be another very warm day, possibly near record highs. Again, we're talking about mid to upper 80s, maybe a few low 90s out there. I definitely think we'll see more 80s in the forecast, though, with those mild overnight temps just below 70 degrees. So you don't need a sweater or jacket for any evening plans you have tonight or over the next couple of days. Friday afternoon looks great. Lots of sunshine. Yes, still pretty cloudy, holding on to partly cloudy skies. A passing shower is still possible, but those afternoon highs will be in the 80s area wide. Saturday, another beautiful day and another awesome day for your weekend. Now, when could you see some rain Saturday? I definitely think as we approach lunchtime, not necessarily this much rain. This just shows moisture in the air. So this can be from the clouds. Doesn't mean moisture is really hitting the surface, but I do think a few passing showers will be possible, more than likely the second half of the day than it will be earlier in the day. And that's just because we're getting ready for the next big thing, that first low weather day Sunday. So a few showers ahead of that main line of rain and storms through our area. We're watching just around, I'd say after midnight Sunday until about lunchtime Sunday when that front will move through. What can you expect? Well, damaging wind gusts, an isolated tornado, some heavy rain, frequent lightning, and even hail cannot be ruled out. That's part of the next big thing, the second half of your weekend. We'll continue to give you updates on that throughout the rest of this week, so stay with us. After that front moves through, we're getting cooler. Highs next week 60s, possibly back down into the 30s by next Wednesday morning as the next big thing. Meteorologist Lauren Linehan is back live at 5 with a full breakdown.